What's going on? Welcome back to 100% NUFC. My name is Sharky. I hope I find you really well. So I'm outside in the garden again as it's another lovely day. So this weekend it is the Brighton versus Newcastle United match preview at the MX this Saturday. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff in the Premier League. And you know what? It's just nice to go to a game knowing that we don't have anything to play for in terms of relegation. It's always been season in, season out where we've had to go to the last couple of games and we've had to go to places like Brighton to try and get 3 points. And it's nice to know that we aren't the ones under pressure. It's Chris Hughton and Brighton who are under pressure this Saturday. It's nice to know that we can go there with a bit of freedom and we can play how we want to play. Now, don't get us wrong, it hasn't been the best season. I'm not going to lie, just because we're safe, I'm not going to say it's been an amazing season, because last season, we finished 10th. In this season, we could potentially finish around about 11th or 12th if results go our way. So going into this game, we're currently 13th in the Premier League on 41 points after that 3-1 win against Southampton at St James's Park. And what a result that was, by the way. Rafa Benitez doing a fantastic job in terms of the team selection. And Perez, getting his hat-trick. Now, we're playing a Brighton team who are currently sitting 17th in the Premier League, only 3 points above the relegation picture, with Cardiff occupying that last relegation spot. So they know that this game is massively important, and they know that if Cardiff were to get a result and if they were to lose against us, down at the MX, it would be a great 3 points, by the way. They know that Cardiff would be level on points, but obviously Cardiff would be still 18th with the worst goal difference to Brighton. And if, say, Cardiff were to get another result, Cardiff could go above Brighton where it looked impossible. And it's nice to know that we go into the game with no pressure. We're probably going to go to the game sitting back. I don't think Rafa Benitez is going to want to go to the MX and attack. I think Rafa Benitez will know that Brighton are the ones that have to come out and attack us. And I'd expect Chris Hughton to do that. I'd expect Chris Hughton to G his team up, because yes, of course, it's not easy to stay in the Premier League, and they always say it's a second season syndrome. Brighton, Huddersfield and Newcastle, who came up last season, managed to stay up for this season, but of course Huddersfield have gone down. We were tipped at one point to get relegated. We've managed to stay up, but Brighton, who are another team that came up with us, could still potentially go down. But you know what goes in Brighton's favour is they are decent at the MX. Yes, they lost 5-0 against Bournemouth, who are decent, but they are a hard team to play against, and it's a long way to go for a defeat. And I expect Brighton to have a go. I think they need to have a go, and they will target this game as a 3-pointer. They need 3 points, because they know that they're not going to have an easy ride against us, because we'll go there and defend and we'll not open up as much as we should. I mean, I want way to go there and open up and take the game to Brighton. I mean, we have played decent on our travels the last few games. Of course, the only downside in terms of result was Crystal Palace a few weeks ago, but we'll put that right against Southampton. Of course, we took our chances, but we're not the ones under any pressure. I'll happily go down there, and take a 0-0 draw or a 1-1 draw, a point, because like I say, it's a long way to go. And Brighton, they need the points after what's happened to them in the recent results. Of course, last night they played Tottenham and they did concede in the 88th minute, which must be disappointing on their side. Christian Eriksen scored with 2 minutes from time. And Tottenham, they're a tough team. But some of the results that Brighton, have had in the last couple of games have been nothing short of unacceptable. Some of the goals that they've conceded, I've been very, very surprised at Duncan Duffy, because, they're two really good centre-backs, and they were, tipped for an England call-up last season for the World Cup. So it's amazing, what a season can do to you. Is it a confidence thing for Brighton? It obviously will be. Brighton this season haven't scored enough goals. You look at Glenn Murray. He is probably their main threat for us. He's an old help striker, but he's very strong in the air. He's very powerful, and if you give him a sniff in the box, he'll probably score. But he just hasn't been at it the last sort of few games, and we need to be wary of that. Of course, the news comes in this game that Mikel Almiron, who played against Southampton last week, who was our record transfer in the January, he's now going to be out for the rest of the season. Of course, there's only 3 games left. And I feel, disappointed for the lad. He was sad to come off against Southampton, on Saturday, and he played really well, and he hasn't scored the goals as of yet. But you know what? This lad is going to get better. He's offered us so much. He's offered us a lot better than what we had, before the January market. We just couldn't score in a brothel. And you look at it now, and you see Almiron, linking up well with Perez. Perez is scoring the goals. He got a hat-trick last week. He's been talked up with a move to La Liga in the summer. You see Rondon, from West Brom, who got relegated last season. His confidence is up. He's scoring goals, and there's a good partnership there. There's good understanding, and is that going to have a massive effect on Saturday? Well, we'll remain cautious in terms of the game on Saturday, but he will be a massive miss because he's been so important to our team. In terms of getting the ball from one end of the pitch to the other, and he's been massive in terms of getting the ball up to the other end of the pitch to assist for Rondon and Perez. And I just feel now that he's gonna recover, and I think he's gonna get better. And obviously, wish him a speedy recovery for the rest of the months that he's going to be out. And I hope that he does get back soon. Of course, he probably will play a few games in the Cup. I think it's for Paraguay, but we'll wait and see on that. But like I say, in terms of the game on Saturday, I'd like to see Shelby get a game. Because we haven't seen anything of Shelby the last couple of months, and I don't know what's going on there because he's still a good player for Newcastle. Yes, he's not been amazing this season, but he offers so much different. He offers so much different in terms of the game against Everton. When he come on, 1-0 down, and he had a massive say in the goals. To win the game by 3-2. But obviously that's past now. But I'd like to see him get a chance. To sort of get minutes on the pitch, and we'll wait and see in terms of what happens in the summer. Of course, he might be away, but we'll have to wait and see in terms of what happens to his future. Apparently, he's been linked with West Ham. Of course, Mike Ashley will want him to go for good money. You're not selling him on the cheap. But like I say, we'll have to wait and see. You should never change, a winning team. But of course, we'll have to make one change. And for Almiron, of course, you put in John Joe Shelby. What's going to happen to Mutu? He's never played any games. And what's going to happen to Kennedy? Being non-existent this season. You could say that for a lot of players. But like I say, we're going to this game under no pressure whatsoever. Of course, it's St James's Park. We lost by a goal to nil. It's amazing what 6 months does, because in 6 months prior to this, we were bottom of the league after losing 1-0 to Brighton. They were I think they were in the top 10. And now 6 months later, they're currently 3 points above the relegation zone, under pressure. Chris Hughton's under pressure. And they know that they've got to get the 3 points on Saturday. But I just hope that we'll go there with a good attitude. And it depends on what Newcastle team turns up. If it's the Newcastle team that you see when we're safe and nothing in terms of happens on the pitch, we're probably going to get beat. But if it's the Newcastle I've seen in the last couple of weeks, then we've got every chance of getting a result, on Saturday against Brighton. There's no question. But I think we're going to have to hang in there. And I think if we do get a goal, it might come late on. But like I say, we haven't got the best record at the Amex. Yes, we beat them in the Championship 2 seasons ago, but last season we did lose. So it's going to be a tough one. But I'm going to back her on Saturday for a result. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Newcastle. I don't like to say goal scorers because, like I say, Rafa Benitez always changes up the team. I probably would say Rondon or Perez, but we'll have to wait and see on that. And you leave me your score predictions down below in the comments. Let us know if you go to the game. And also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. Also, follow me on social media on Instagram, 100% NUFC, and on Twitter. I'm on there as well. And I hope you enjoy the game. Safe journey. I'll catch you all later. How are that?